So, good evening, everyone. Hi, hello. So, this is Reshma, Senior Nursing Officer, and today I have come with a research and management topic. And so, those who are live, please confirm whether is the audio and video everything clear. Those who have come online, the paid subscribers, those who are paid subscribers, if you are online, please comment in the comment section whether the audio and video is everything okay, so that we can continue the session now. So today we are going to discuss about the research and management topics, MCQs, around 98 slides we have today. So getting a quite good response from the other people. If you are unable to comment on the YouTube channel, at least let me give, please confirm yourself from the WhatsApp group whether the audio and video everything is okay and clear. The two members? Clear, okay. So okay, shall we start the session, Madhu? So identify the statistical diagram shown in photograph, whether it is a pie chart, pictogram, scatter diagram, or it is an ogive. So the diagram shown here in the photograph, whether it's a pie chart, pictogram, scatter diagram, or ogive, kindly give your answers in the comment section. Okay, very good, Madhu Rauri, you have commented exactly correct answer. So that is, it's a pie chart. So you can see the diagram over here. So this is a pie chart where the student grades. So in the data we enter there, the student grades. So here the category A, B, C and D. So depending upon the children's percentage or students percentage, whatever we have graded them into that particular score, and we have quoted in the form of the pie diagram. And if you look at the other diagrams like pictogram, scatter diagram, I will show you one by one. So this is a pictogram. You might have seen this pictogram on the especially on the road signals. Just by looking at the signal, it indicates that it's a caution. So if it is in a triangle shape, indicates it's a caution. So this is a pictogram, and the other one is scatter diagram. If you look at the scatter diagram, this is the one example of the scattered, this is a scatter diagram. So this image shows this is a positive correlation, and this image, so this line, so this is x-axis, and this is a y-axis. So when this line is in the right direction, so this is a positive correlation, and when it is in the opposite direction, this is a negative correlation. Where so, and this third one is a no correlation. And ogive, this is an ogive diagram. This is an ogive diagram. If you look at this, so this is the, here we, in the bottom we have x-axis, on the top we have y-axis. So for example, we have put here the student age group or a children's age group here, and according to age group and their weight on the y-axis. So the children might be, the person might be age group of a 5 age group, and he weighs around 6 kg like that. So I am going to mark it here. So when you join these plots, this is called as an ogive diagram. So this is an example of the ogive diagram. Clear? So answer the first question is, that is, it is a pie chart. The diagram here given here in the circular form and given with the percentages over here, this is called as pie chart. Okay, Ravi, good evening. Who is this Titiyam? Please let me know your name so that I can call you by name. Then second question, identify the distribution shown here. So by looking at this diagram, tell me, so what kind of distribution is here? This is a normal distribution, right skewed distribution, or it is left skewed distribution, or it is Poisson's distribution here. Second question, while answering, put it in the comment section, 2A, 2B, 2C or 2D. So identify the distribution shown here. if you look at the diagram here, here we have one diagram and there we have this particular diagram is on the right side, right? If the same diagram, it is on the left side, if the graph is on the left side, that is called as left skewed distribution. If this is on the right side, so this is called as right skewed distribution. This is right and this is left, this is right and this is left. So this is called as the right skewed distribution. I will show you both the images now. So if you look at this is, so this is the median, mean, and if the graph is on the right side, it is called as the right skewed distribution. If the same graph is on the left side, then this is called as left skewed distribution. If the graph whatever we have plotted, if it is in the middle, then it is called as a symmetric distribution. Clear? Good evening to one and all who have joined now. Next, identify the statistical diagram shown, whether it is a frequency polygon or is it an histogram or it is a line diagram or it is an ogive. Ogive diagram already have seen before. Now tell me among the four options which one is the correct one here. Identify the statistical diagram shown here. That is a frequency polygon, histogram, line diagram or it is an ogive. Okay, Nandu. Titiyam is Nandu. Okay. So by looking at the diagram, what you can say? 3A, 3B, 3C or 3D. So by just looking at the diagram, we can say, so that is a line diagram creation. So in the line diagram creation, usually we mark the variables here. Variables. Sometimes, for example, let me tell the meaning of variables. Variables means variables are dependent variable and their variables are dependent and also independent. So, for example, we are conducting a study that doing hand grip exercises for patients who are pre-hypertensive, this is going to reduce their blood pressure levels. So, here BP is a, so here the BP is an independent variable, BP is an independent variable, whereas the hand grip exercise I am talking about, that is a dependent variable, that is a dependent variable, right. So, we have to choose variables, determine two variables to compare. So, here in the line diagram, we will draw the two diagrams. So, in the line diagram, we are going to plot it and we are going to draw the two variables here and we are going to join it. So, in this process, we are going to do what? We are going to collect the data. We are going to plot the points. Plot the points means in the graph, we are going to plot the points and place, for example, we can either place time, temperature or values on x and y axis. So, we have x axis and y axis. I have told you, x axis and y axis. So, either we can mark a time, temperature or anything, and once we mark that points, we are going to join it. So, this is called as line diagram creation. So, the slope of the line indicates the rate of change between variables. So, when we are joining the points, when the graph is joined, we are going to know the direction of its growth, whether it is on the growth side or it is on the declining side. So, we have to also label the axis. Whenever we are drawing this type of axis, we have to label it, whether either it can be x or y, O or B, A or B, like that we have to label it and we have to put a title also. So, it is mainly useful for visualizing the trends, patterns or correlation. So, this particular diagram what we have seen here is, so this is an line diagram. This diagram whatever we see here, so this is an line diagram. The next one, if you look at the frequency polygon, what is a frequency polygon? If you look at this image, you can understand. Here they have on the x axis and y axis, they have marked the values and they have drawn the graph. So, on the midpoint of this graph, when they join that particular line, when they put it on the midpoint of the graph when they join the line, that is called as the frequency polygon. Okay. Then the next question, fourth question, a nurse who reads research articles and incorporates research findings into clinical practice is a what? So, nurse who reads the research papers. When the nurse is reading the research articles and when she is incorporating these research findings into clinical practice, whatever she has prepared and she is incorporating into clinical practice, this is called as what? Whether it is a consumer, primary investigator, or go-to investigator, or a collaborator. Which one? Fourth question. See, when the nurse is reading a research articles and she is incorporating that one, then she is called as an consumer. She is called as consumer. So, the nurse who reads the research articles and incorporate the research findings, she is into clinical practice. This is demonstrating the role of she is doing the role of a consumer here. So, as a consumer, the nurse actively seeks out on, stays informed about the latest research to apply for evidence-based practices. See, in the nursing, we usually perform this evidence-based practice. For that, the nurse acts as a consumer. Whatever she has prepared in the research, she is going to implement. For example, I am saying that hot application and cold application is going to relieve the arthritis pain or the knee pain. So, evidence-based practice means when she is implementing into the clinical one, that is called as a consumer. Consumer, she is reading, she is preparing, and she is doing evidence-based practice. So, evidence-based practice means EBS. Evidence-based practice involves holistic and quality care based. Holistic means what? Holistic means sometimes we give treatment only for the symptoms, right? Manam only symptoms ki treatment is that is a normal treatment. Holistic treatment, what we will do? We will also include physical and social factors. We are also going to include physical and social factors in the holistic care. So, in the evidence-based nursing, we will be including holistic, quality care based, and up-to-date knowledge we will be applying rather than the traditional methods, and we should also advise from colleagues or personal beliefs. And it is a crucial aspect of the ensuring high quality patient care and improving the outcome. So, understood about this evidence-based practice and the consumer. So, here nurse acts as a consumer and she implements the evidence-based, and here she incorporates evidence-based services into the nursing. Then next question. Okay, contributions of Florence Nightingale to nursing research is case study approach, conceptual framework for research, data collection and analysis, and qualitative research method. What is the contribution of Florence Nightingale to nursing research? Tell me, fifth question. Fifth question. 5A, 5B, 5C or 5D? So, if you look at the Nightingale approach here is data collection and analysis in the research. See, in the research, we have this data collection process. For example, when we are doing any type of study, let me tell you about this protein energy malnutrition. I am doing a study on the protein energy malnutrition in a local area or in a hilly area, and I am going to assess the knowledge and attitude of the mothers, whether they are aware of this kwashiorkor or marasmus in that particular area. So, what I am going to do? I am going to collect the data from this toddlers mothers. I have a full group of samples here. Sampling is from the available element, only the needed element we are going to take, and there we are going to do the data collection. So, I am going to ask the toddlers mothers whether they are aware of this kwashiorkor or this marasmus. So, there I am going to start the data collection, and after the data collection I will also do the analysis in the research process. So, data collection is gathering the relevant information through which way? Through doing surveys, through doing experiments, observation, interview and databases, right. So, surveys how we will do, especially when the nursing students during their second year nursing, I am telling about 4-year BSc nursing program. In the 4-year BSc nursing, what we will do? Second year BSc nursing and 4th year BSc nursing, community health program, when they will go in the community, they do surveys, right. So, how especially in the rural areas. So, in this particular village, how many houses are there, how many elderly, how many newborn, how many pregnant mother, how many geriatric cases, how many toddlers, how many infants, like that all this survey we will do. This is called as the data collection. And the types of data we have here is quantitative. If you look at the data collection types, let me tell you. Okay. So, the research design, if you look into the research design, there are especially quantitative and we have qualitative. Again, in the quantitative, we have the types of experimental, non-experimental, and qualitative, and qualitative. So, the research design is mostly two types, quantitative and qualitative. In quantitative, we have experimental and non-experimental. Again, if you look at the quantitative, we have this nutshell or experimental designs, like the different categories are there. So, we do the surveys, we collect the data and we segregate the data, and we also do the data analysis. So, data analysis I have told you regarding this statistical data, na? Like pie chart, line diagram, this frequency polygon, all these are called as inferencing the sequential data. And nowadays we are also using the help of this software. With the help of software, in the Excel sheets we are uploading the data. In the Excel sheet we are uploading the data. This is a modern tool which we are using. If you look at the question for our answer for our question here is, contribution of Florence Nightingale to nursing research is data collection and analysis. Clear? Next question. The researcher uses which portion of the research report to capture the reader's attention? So, when we are doing any research report, so how we are going to grab the reader's attention, whether it is through abstract or methodology, results, or through review of literature. Through which way we are going to grab the attention of the person? M. Pavitra, good evening. How the researcher is going to use the research report to capture the reader's attention? See, when we want to grab the reader's attention, we will mainly focus on writing the nursing abstract. Nursing abstract is something, once we have conducted any kind of study. So, you are saying is option C, you are saying, right? Option C, results you are saying. But results is not the same. Results is only final thing, ma. But if you look at the abstract, abstract includes what? The background of the study and the purpose, why we have did the, what is the aim or purpose of our study, and what kind of design we used, quantitative method, qualitative method, quasi-experimental method, and results. So, abstract includes what? Results of our study, then limitations. And if you look at the complete study, it will be included in one particular paper. So, in order to attract the reader, I am going to show them the abstract. not the results. Everything will be included in the result: background, purpose, design, result and limitations. Understood? So, the answer for this particular question is, the researcher uses which portion of the research report? Means it is abstract. Then 7th question. The specific aim or goal of the research study based on the identified problems is termed as. The specific aim or goal of the research study is based on the identified problem is termed as purpose, assumptions, operational, or it is methodology. 7th question. So, the specific aim or goal of the research study based on the identified problem is termed as. See, whenever we are addressing any research study, what we are going to do? We are going to say, my research aims at, or I will be saying this research seeks, to, means I am telling to explain here the purpose of my research study. It will be like, I want to know the awareness of antenatal treatment, antenatal care in primary mothers. So, in a given sample people, even in a given sample, for example, I want to do the study in a government maternity hospital, primary mothers, I want to take only the primary mothers, I want to do the study on them. So, how I will let them know? So, that is the purpose. So, here we are going to tell about the research aim or my research seeks to. So, the specific aim or goal of the research based is on the identified problem is termed as called as purpose. Understood? Okay. Next question. Who proposed the theory of interpersonal relationship? Whether it is Orem, Abdullah, Peplow or Jean Watson. I can give hint for this question. So, who proposed the theory of interpersonal relationship? It's a female, and she was born from September 1, 1909, and she was American nurse. She was an American nurse who served in ANA. ANA means American Nurses Association as executive director, and she was later the president of, and she became the first published nursing theorist since Florence Nightingale. Are you there, all of you? Kanna, Ravi, you are saying it as Abdul. While answering the question, let me know whether it is 8A, 8B, which one? A or 8C? So, you might have heard about this interpersonal relationship in your second year communication and education technology topic. You might have heard about this interpersonal relationship. So, it is a Peplow. So, her name is Hildegard Elizabeth Peplow. It's a female nurse. So, she developed, her name is Hildegard Peplow. She was the psychiatric nurse of the century. Psychiatric nurse of the century. And she developed this nurse-patient relationship. In your fundamentals of nursing, you will have this, and in also CET subject, you will have this. She developed this interpersonal relationship. So, according to that nurse-patient relationship, there are 4 phases, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, first phase is orientation phase, where the nurse and the patient, where they introduce themselves, it establishes trust and clarifies their role. Then second one is the identification phase, where the nurse begins to express, patient identifies the nurse and express their feelings. Exploitation phase, here the patient will seeks assistance and the nurse provide care. And the fourth one is the resolution phase. Here at this point, the patient achieves independence. So, these are the 4 phases of this interpersonal relationship which was developed by Hildegard Peplow. Orientation, identification, exploitation and resolution. Clear all of you? Are you listening? Others who are online, kindly answer the question. Okay. 9th question. Discrepancy between what is known and what ought to be known is described as. Discrepancy between what is known. Discrepancy between what is known అంటే మనకి తెలిసిందంతా మనకి తెలియవలసిందెంత దాంట్లో జరిగే డిస్క్రిపెన్సీని ఏమంటారు? దిస్ ఇస్ డిస్క్రైబ్డ్ యాజ్ వాట్? Okay, you are correct, Divya Konda, it's 8C. So this is called as research results or research phenomenon, research objective or research problem. Discrepancy between what is known and what ought to be known. What is that called as? See, you can answer anything, ma, 9A, 9B, 9C, whichever your wish, completely it's up to you, whatever you want to answer. Just I will be listening to you people from here. I will be watching you. Okay, 9B, it's a research phenomenon you are saying. So, discrepancy, this is called as the, research problem. Option D. Next, 10th question. Literature review. Literature review is what? Everything that is known about the subject, an analytical summary of research findings, all approved data on a research topic, or is it a compilation of all positive results of research. So, in the research study, those who have finished your 4th year BSc nursing or who did your masters in nursing, you might have known the review of literature we write, right? Review of literature we will write in the in our this project book in the initial starting pages or in the ending pages, where it will be written, and what is this review of literature is about. So, this review of literature is, so this is everything that is known about the subject. The review of literature means which is everything known about the subject, and the main purpose of a good literature review is to get through familiarity with the available evidence about the subject of the study. So, the main purpose of review of literature is get through the familiarity with the available evidence about the subject of study. Now, I told about this protein energy malnutrition. So, already we have a certain knowledge regarding this PEM, how does this kwashiorkor arises. It is mainly due to the protein deficiency, marasmus is due to the calorie deficiency, right? But in the review of literature, we will try to correlate both the findings. So, this review of literature is not an analytical summary of research findings or the positive results. So, the review of literature does not depend upon the results. Here we only have the data. Understood? And it is only seen in the starting one. So, the answer for this question is everything that is known about the subject is literature review. Next, 11th question. In quantitative research process, that literature review should occur near the end of the research process or shortly before analysis of the problem, early in the research process, or none of the above. So, in the quantitative research process, this literature review, where it should occur, whether at the end of the research process or after the analysis, or early in the starting stage itself, or none of the above. Just now I told literature of review should be in the starting or in the ending. Where? Think and answer. So, it is early in the research process. Yeah, M. Pavitra Matam, you have answered it correctly. That is, It is early in the research process. Exactly. Next question. 12th question. Type of sampling shown in the figure. Here we have one figure. You can see this figure here. So, in this figure, what kind of sampling is this? Simple random sampling, systemic random sampling, stratified random sampling, or it is cluster random sampling. What it is? Here we have samples, right? So, for example, I have segregated in one village. I have segregated all the elderly people in one row, all the pregnant women in one row, children's in one row, geriatrics in one row, and I am picking here from this line 1, 10 and 12. I have picked the I didn't pick any. So, here I have picked this 2 number from here, and from the front line I have picked the 10th one, and from the third line I have picked the number 8, and from here I have picked this one. So, what is this sampling called as? 12D. So, you are saying it as cluster. Cluster ante enti? Cluster ante ippudu manam ee muggurni select cheskunnam anuko adi cluster avutundi. Cluster is when you are selecting the 3 at a time, that is called as cluster. Here how I have selected? How I have selected here the random sampling? How I have selected 10, 2, 8 and 5. So, this is called as what? This is called as random sampling. In the random sampling, I have gone for the stratified random sampling. Clear? So, this is called as the stratified random sampling. I will show you the one image so that you can understand. If you look at this, here it is a population. I have got certain population, and I will divide the population into certain strata. Strata ante stratification, dividing the group. How I have divided? These are the strata. I have told old age, pregnant, geriatric. I have divided the categories here. So, among these categories, I am selecting specific people. So, that is called as, here I get the sample. Finally, I get the sample on whom I can conduct my study. Understood? So, stratified random sampling means, so this is a method of sampling that involves dividing a population into smaller subgroups. Here I am dividing into smaller subgroups known as strata. For example, I am going to divide them according to their gender, male, female separately, or according to age group. Means I will tell 20 age group people stand separately, 10 age group people stand separately, or according to race. Race means black race people separately, Caucasians separately, or according to the nationality, Indians, Sri Lankans, Pakistanis separately. So, this is called as strata. అంటే మనకి ఇచ్చిన శాంపుల్ని మనం సెగ్రిగేట్ చేసి దాంట్లో నుంచి పికప్ చేసుకుంటే మనకి అది స్ట్రాటిఫైడ్ ర్యాండమ్ శాంప్లింగ్ అవుతుంది. క్లియర్ 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 ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ లైన్లో ఉన్నారా, వింటున్నారా? దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ స్ట్రాటిఫైడ్ ర్యాండమ్ శాంప్లింగ్. సో ఆన్సర్ ఈస్ stratified random sampling. It's not simple. Here stratified, I have told you, we have divided them into different strata. It's not 12A, it's 12C. Next question. Identifying the background shown in the figure. Can you see the image here? So, whether it is a simple bar chart, or it is a frequency diagram, or it is a component bar chart, or it is a histogram, which one? Identify the background shown in the figure. It is a simple bar chart, frequency diagram, component bar chart, or it is an histogram. Anything answer? 5 members unnaru kada line lo cheppali. If your answer, you are going to get through the exam. Clear? In exam, don't think that some special energy will come inside you and you will be able to answer. It's you who will be preparing. My role is to teach you and I will help you in understanding the subject. But when it comes to the exam, you students are going to sit in the examination hall and you are going to answer, right? So is it 13A, 13B, 13C or 13D? Okay, Madhu, you are guessing it as a simple bar chart. Okay, what about others? So this is called as the histogram. So this particular diagram where you can see where x axis, y axis, where we have plotted just పక్కనే మన ఈ గ్రాఫ్ ప్లాట్ చేస్తాం కదా, దీన్ని మనం ఏమంటామంటే దీన్ని మనం హిస్టోగ్రామ్ అని అంటాం. Can you see this one? So this is called as histogram. Josas, you see, you are saying it as 13C. Okay. Component bar chart is different. I will show the diagram of component bar chart also. Next, which of the following is not true about the characteristics of a good research? When you are doing a good research, which of the following is not true? Here the question is about which one is not true about the good research. Whether conducting using large amount of funds. So we have to conduct the particular research by collecting large amount of funds, or orderly and systematic process, or finding solution of the problem, or big with clearly defined purposes. Here our question is about not true. Which one? So 14th one. See, when we are doing a good research process, conducting using it large amount of funds is not true. Yeah, absolutely correctly, Madhu, you have told correctly. See, parsimony is one of the characteristics. Of the scientific research. So research must be conducted in a very simple and very economic manner. Using large amount of funds to conduct the research is not a cost effective and not feasible. Understood? So whenever we are conducting any research, it should be a simple and it should be in a economic manner. Collecting large funds is not acceptable. So conducting using large amount of funds is the correct answer. Next question. The researcher investigates the effect of foot massage on sleep quality of the patients. This study would be described as what? So here the research is doing one study regarding effect of foot massage. So once you do foot massage, whether it is going to cause a good quality of sleep of the patient. So what kind of research this is? Whether it is applied research, basic research, or grounded theory approach, or phenomenological research. Oh, it's raining outside. So what kind of research is this? 15th question. See, when we are doing the applied research is a use of using scientific knowledge. Here we use the scientific knowledge to solve real world problems. If there is a power cut, I can't assure of the class because it's raining heavily here. If anything goes wrong, again once there is a power reconnection is there, again I will start taking the class, okay. So in the applied research here, so the scientific method to solve the real problems means, for example, using the wind power, when we are going to this windmills are there, no? Windmills. ఇప్పుడు windmills తో మనం ఎప్పుడైతే పవర్ ని జనరేట్ చేస్తామో అప్పుడు మనకి ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ అనేది ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతుంది. సో దీన్ని ఏమంటాం మనం? అప్లైడ్ రీసెర్చ్ అంటాం. అంటే ఇది రియల్ వరల్డ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ని సాల్వ్ చేసేదాన్నే అప్లైడ్ రీసెర్చ్ అంటాం. So the researcher investigates the effect of foot massage causing the sleep quality. This is called as the applied research. Next question. Applied research seeks to solve a clinical problem in which setting? Whether it is in the natural setting, laboratory setting, controlled setting or simulated setting. The applied research, the real world problem we are going to solve now, where it happens, in the natural or laboratory, controlled or simulated. Tell me. When we are doing this applied research, we are going to solve the problem in a natural setting. Clear? Next question. Barriers of evidence-based practices including all of the following except. See, when we are doing this evidence-based practice, indake maatladukunnam kada, EBS, evidence-based practice, holistic care. So what are the barriers of this evidence-based practice? Whether it is lack of knowledge or lack of scientific literature or lack of skills in conducting computer-based literature or lack of time to read the literature. When we are giving this holistic care, what are the problems can be faced? See, when we are doing this evidence-based care, most of the time what will happen, the individual, the most important individual is there, they don't have time to, their lack of time to read the literature. Why? Due to their higher workload, or they don't have the ability to work with a computer. Not everyone has the knowledge to work on the MS Excel. They don't know how to plot the data on the MS Excel sheet. And they don't know the knowledge or they don't have this language proficiency. These are the common barriers of this evidence-based practices. Understood? So, when we want to do evidence-based practices, most of the time the barrier here is lack of time to read the literature. All of you are able to understand what I am teaching? Next, 18th question. Use of multiple reference to draw conclusions about what constitutes the truth is termed as. Use of multiple reference. See, in our research study, when we are using use of multiple reference to draw the conclusions, it is termed as what? Data verification, cross reference or error measurement or triangulation. To come to the conclusion of our research study, what we will do, we will take the multiple references here, and to draw the conclusions, to constitute the truth, we will do what? Whether it is a data verification, cross reference, error measurement or triangulation. Have you heard about this triangulation? Triangulation means using multiple data sets, or using so many methods, theories to address the research question. So that is called as triangulation, means you are using more and more references from other data sets. This is called as the triangulation. Sorry. So the use of multiple reference to draw conclusions about the constituents the truth is, that is called as triangulation. Ardham avutundamma nenu em cheptunnano? You guys are able to understand? Nobody has commented since 14th question. We are in 18th question. See, to final conclusion, when I am using more and more references, more data from other sources, that is called as triangulation. Understood? I am using more data from the other sources. From different sources, I am producing the data and I am doing a conclusion here. This is called as triangulation. Whether it is 18th question, okay, put a thumbs up. 18th question, thumbs up, like that you put. Okay. Ex post facto studies are known as. What is ex post facto studies? It is experimental study, or it is causal comparative study, or it is Retrospective study. Nineteenth question. Ex post facto studies are known as what? Experimental, causal, comparative or retrospective study. If you look at the meaning of this ex post facto, then meaning endante also known as after the fact research. So after the fact research, it is a non-experimental. Ex post facto comes under which one? It comes under this non-experimental method. It comes under this non-experimental method to identify the potential cause of events that have already occurred and cannot be anticipated or manipulated by the investigator. Let me tell you one example here. One hospital people, one group of hospital team, they have gone in the jungle area to conduct a cervical pap smear. Cervical pap smear to the ladies who are living in the forest areas. So, in that forest area, one of the female, she is the head of that particular forest area, means female groups ki she is a head. So, usually those people have this habit of consuming this sweet toddy. Sweet toddy means kallu antaru kada. ఈత కళ్ళు తాగే అలవాటు ఉందన్నమాట ఆ లేడీకి. సో ఆ లేడీ ఏం చేసింది, ఈ సర్వైకల్ స్పాప్ స్మియర్కి దట్ లేడీ వాజ్ నాట్ విల్లింగ్ అండ్ షీ ఆల్సో టుక్ ద ఎంటైర్ విలేజ్ ఫీమేల్స్ టు దేర్ విత్ వన్ నైఫ్ ఇన్ హర్ హ్యాండ్ అండ్ షీ వాజ్ హోల్డింగ్ ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ దట్ team head, that medical team, they have gone for this cervical pap smear, no? She was standing in front of them with a knife saying that nobody is allowed to take pap smear, we will not allow anybody else, only we will be allowing our husband or it will be the medical doctor who will be checking. No male staff will be allowed to check our pap smear. Means we are not ready to include ourselves in this pap smear checking process. So here the ex post facto means it is identifying the potential causes of the events that have already occurred, and it cannot be anticipated or manipulated by the investigator. Here the investigator who is doing this particular process or research, he cannot manipulate the results which are going to happen. Understood? This is also called as ex post facto, means after the fact. Understood? So this is called as causal comparative. Ex post facto studies is also known as causal comparative. Everything sounds like Spanish and Latin to you people, or పెద్దగా లేకపోతే ఈ రీసెర్చ్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ కష్టమా అమ్మ చదవడం, ఎవరు రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వట్లేదు పెద్దగా. ఓకే, విచ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఎ మెథడ్ ఆఫ్ డేటా కలెక్షన్? సో హియర్ according to this, which of the following is not a method of data collection? By which process we are not going to do data collection? Whether it is interviews, experiments, questionnaires or observation. 20A, 20B, 20C. Answer in the comment section, those who are online. Those who are online, comment. 20, not 12, 20. So which of the following is not a method? So 12B, experiment, okay. So Nandu is saying 12B. So if you look at this data collection method, Pavitra is also saying 12B. If you look at the method of data collection, observation, interview, questionnaire method, database method are the methods of data collection. And as Nandu and Pavitra said, the answer is experiments is not the method of data collection. Excellent, very, very good. Next question. Which of the following is not the element of an informed consent? So when you are doing any research type of study, we are supposed to get an informed consent, means what my study is about, what you will be doing in this procedure, how you are going to help me in this study, మీ కోఆపరేషన్ మాకు ఎలాగ అవసరం అవుతుంది. మనం ఒక్కొక్కసారి స్ట్రక్చర్ టీచింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్లో ప్రీ టెస్ట్ చేస్తాము, పోస్ట్ టెస్ట్ కూడా చేస్తాము. సో హౌ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు గెట్ ద కోఆపరేషన్. సో which of the following is not the, when studying the exam question, read properly, not the element of an informed consent. Purpose of the study, we are going to inform. Offer answer only for selected questions, are we going to offer the question answers, or subject selection process, or alternative procedure if any are disclosed. So which one? 21A, B, C, D. So which of the following is not the element of an informed consent? When we are having this informed consent, which of them is not there? 21 B, so you are saying it's B and D. So the answer here is, we are not, means offer only answer only for the selected questions. No, we have to answer all the question answer. If they are having any doubt, for in the samples, if they are having any kind of doubt, we are going to offer this particular B option is not relevant here. So offer answer only for the selected questions. No, this one is not applicable. Next, 22nd question, which of the following scale of measurement has an absolute zero? Which of the following scale has an absolute zero? Whether it is a nominal, ordinal, interval, or ratio scale. So these are the types of scale which we use for this assessment purpose, right? Nominal scale means what we will do? We will write about their age, name, sex. Okay, so it doesn't start with 0, right? If you look at this ordinal or interval ratio about the number of children, so where it starts with 0 here? So here the nominal scale means, nominal scale examples are like city of birth. When we are collecting the data, we will be asking city of birth, gender, ethnicity, or which place they are having, or the car brands. So it does not start with the value of 0, means like a city of place of birth, it doesn't start with a 0, right? Then ordinal scale. Ordinal scale ante enti? For example, you can ranking the top Olympic medalist, it doesn't start with the 0, but it quantify the difference in between the winner, right? Interval scale. So what is this interval scale? Interval scale means, for example, we can show the difference in temperature in Fahrenheit or in Celsius, or when we are writing the test score, intelligence quotient score, here it does there is no true 0 point here. But when you look at the ratio scale, here we have this 0 point, like weight, height, time measured in seconds. So this is called as the ratio scale. So according to this question, the answer is, so which has an absolute 0 is, that is ratio scale. Next question. The value of highest frequency in the data is, the value of highest frequency in the data is mode, mean, standard deviation, or it is medium. Excuse me. So the value of highest frequency in the data is what? Mode, median, anything you can answer. 23B, 23A. Let it be anything, I will correct you people. Silent undipodu. Okay, Nandu is saying 23A mode, okay? Nandu is saying it's 23. I will show you one example now. So what exactly is this mode? Okay, so mode is the number which appears most often, highest frequency. Here you can see the numbers, right? 63966 So in the given numbers, which numbers you can see more often here? So in the given numbers here count, which number is repeated more times? So here we can see the number 6 is repeated more times, indicates its frequency is more, it has the highest frequency. So when the number has the highest frequency, that is called as the mode. Understood? So mode is the number which appears most often, it has highest frequency. So in the given data, if the number here, that 6 is appearing more number of times, so that is 6. So according to this, so the answer is which has the highest frequency, that is called as the mode. Highest frequency lo undedanni emantaru, mode antaru. Next question. Sadhya, will. Now, here the question is identify the mode of the following values. Here I have given certain values. Now you have to tell me what is the mode here. 6, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 4, 6, 7, 6, 8, 6. So options are A, 3, 8, 6, 7. 24th question. 24th question lo ఏది ABCD అని చెప్పాలి. 24A, 24B, 24C, 24D. No, don't give me that answer. అందరూ 6, 6, 6 అని చెప్పేస్తున్నారు. కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి. ఆన్సర్ 6ఏ, కానీ ఎట్లా ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి మనం అడిగినప్పుడు? ఎస్, 24C అని ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి. ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. సో ద ఆన్సర్ ఇస్, దట్ ఈస్ నంబర్ 6. సో మనకి ఎప్పుడైనా ఈ మోడ్ డేటా ఇలాంటివి ఇచ్చినప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేయాలంటే, మనకి ఇచ్చిన డేటాని ఫస్ట్ అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్లో పెట్టుకోవాలి. అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ అంటే ఏంటి? చిన్న నెంబర్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేయాలన్నమాట. సో చిన్న నెంబర్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తుందా మనకి, ఇక్కడ చిన్న నెంబర్ ఏంటి? 3 నుంచి అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ అంటే 3 నుంచి 3, 4, 5. సో మనం ఇక్కడ చూసుకున్నట్లయితే ఆల్మోస్ట్ మనకి 6 ఇక్కడ ఎన్ని టైమ్స్ రిపీట్ అయింది? ఆల్మోస్ట్ మనకి ఇది 6 అనేది 5 టైమ్స్ రిపీట్ అయింది. మనకి ఇచ్చిన డేటాలో అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్లో పెట్టుకొని అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్లో ఏ పర్టికులర్ నెంబర్ ఎక్కువ సార్లు వస్తుందో, సో లాస్ట్కి మనం ఏం చెప్తాం? ద మోడ్ ఇస్ 6. సో ద ఆన్సర్ ఫర్ దట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇస్ 24C. నెక్స్ట్, ఓకే, which of the following is the formula for range? So which of the following is the formula for range? H plus L or L into H, L minus H or H minus L. So what exactly this H ante enti ikkada? Highest level data. Manaki L ante ikkada lowest level data. So manaki ichina range mana difference, how we are going to find out the range? I will show you an example so that you can able to understand here. So here I have given one range. Can you see? So the range for the given data, here I have put certain numbers. So certain numbers I have put here like 9, 8, 5, 3, 6, 11, 13, 18. So which is the smallest number here? So if you look at the smallest number here, it starts with, I will put it in the ascending order, right? I will put it in the ascending order here. So once I put in the ascending order, the number starts here with the 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 13, 18. So which is the lowest one here? 3. Highest one endi? 18. So manam em cheyali? Highest nunchi lowest ni minus cheyali. That is 18 minus 3. So 18 minus 3 manaki value enta ostundi? 4. So ee manam deenni ela calculate chestam? Which formula we are going to use here? Highest minus lowest. So highest value is 18, lowest value is 3, and the range equal is H minus L. So the range is equal to 15. Sorry, 15. 18 minus 3, 15. So answer for this question is, which of the following is the formula for range? So formula for range is which one? 25th question answer is 25D. Clear? Are you able to understand? Okay. Now calculate the mean of the following. Calculate the mean of the following. Whether it is answer 4.2, 4.4, 4.6 or 4.8. Which one? How we can calculate the mean here? Mean ela calculate chestam manam? How we are going to calculate the mean? See, here how many digits are there? Here they have given us 26a. How? See, here how many digits are given? 2 plus 4, 5 plus 6 plus 7. So, 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First add all these numbers. How much you are going to get after adding all these numbers? So, మనకి ఇక్కడ ఎంత వస్తుంది? Almost 24 వస్తుంది. అవునా కదా? So, how you are going to get the mean here? So, with the values, so after adding all these numbers, what we are going to get? We are going to get the number of 24. So, how many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, we are going to divide it by the 5. So, 5 4s are 20. Then again put a dot here. Then 5 8s are 40. So, the answer is 4.8. So, the correct answer is 4.8. So, this is how we are going to calculate the mean. Clear? So, this is how we are going to calculate the mean. Next, 27th question. Standard deviation is a measure of what? Whether it is a measure of chance, central tendency, deviation from mean value, or none of the above. So, standard deviation is a measure of what? So, standard deviation is a measure of, so this is a measure of deviation from the mean value. So, when there is a deviation of the mean value, that is called as, is a measure of deviation from the mean value. Next, 28th question. Identify the epidemiological study design. So, here we have one picture here, that is exposed disease, no disease, non-exposed disease, no disease. So, here they have categorized the study and they have shown this particular design. So, this particular design stands for what? Whether it is a cohort study, case control study, cross-sectional study, or nested case control study. Which one is this? So, 27th you have answered correctly. Now, 28th, yes, 28th. So, Madhu, you are saying it's a cohort study. Yes. So, cohort study is a type of, this is an observational study which will be done over a period of time. Over a period of time చేసేదాన్ని మనం cohort study అంటాం. మనకి ఇక్కడ ఒక group of participants, we take a group of participants over that time and we observe their outcomes. For example, in the United Kingdom, in London, there they have conducted a study to know the health of children who are born between the year 2000 and 2002. So, almost they did a study from the year 2000, 2001 and 2002. So, like for a period of time they did this study. So, this kind of study is called as the cohort study. So, this is called as cohort study. Okay. Now, identify the diagram shown here. So, here you can see this diagram, whether it is a stem and leaf plot, or it is a pie chart, or it is a Venn diagram, or it is a flow chart. So, here we have 28th question, 29th question, sorry. A, B, C or D. Chappali. Edi correct answer ikkada? 29A, 29B, 29C, 29D. ఏమంటారు ఈ పర్టికులర్ డయాగ్రామ్ మనకి చూసిన దాన్ని? ఇందాక చూసింది పై చార్ట్ వేరు, పై చార్ట్ డయాగ్రామ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది వేరు. దిస్ పర్టికులర్ డయాగ్రామ్ని ఏమంటారు? సో ఈ పర్టికులర్ డయాగ్రామ్ని ఏమంటారంటే దిస్ ఈజ్ నోన్ యాజ్ వెన్ డయాగ్రామ్, VENN. సో దిస్ పర్టికులర్ డయాగ్రామ్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ద వెన్ డయాగ్రామ్. Next, the last question of this session. Identify the statistical diagram shown, whether it is a simple bar chart or it is a multiple bar chart, cluster bar chart, or it is a component bar chart. Here you can see one diagram here. So identify the statistical diagram shown, whether it is simple, multiple, cluster, or it is a component bar chart. What one is this? Here you can see here different types of components are there. So here blue color component, here it stands for oats, and the purple color is barley, and the another component here is wheat. So they have marked 3 components in one particular graph. So what is this called? Simple, multiple bar chart, cluster bar chart, or component bar chart? Which one? Unnara line lo? So as I already told, so there are 3 particular components they have marked. So this is called as the component bar chart. Clear? So the 30th answer is component bar chart. I also want to show you other diagrams. So ee particular diagram emantarante, this is called as simple bar chart. Simple bar chart anedi ila untundi. Ardhamainda? This is called as simple bar chart. Then cluster di chupistanu chudandi. So this is called as the clustered bar chart. This is called as clustered bar chart. Then the other last one is, this is multiple bar chart. So this is multiple bar chart. So with this we end our session, we wind up our session. Okay, all of you, Madhu, Pavitra, Divya, Nandu, okay, is it clear? So is this explanation, with this we wind up, and those who are new to our channel, do like our channel, share this channel in your groups, and I also put link of my WhatsApp group. Kindly join my WhatsApp group, okay? And please let other people also know about my channel so that they can learn and they can prepare very well for your exams. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you.